Okay, let's think about this. What if hospitals could be, well, smarter, faster, genuinely more effective, all powered by, cutting edge tech? It sounds a bit like the future, but it's actually the core of our deep dive today. We're digging into a really comprehensive plan called Smart Hospital Transformation, using artificial intelligence and digital innovation with a value-added approach by Homaira Oroujzadeh. Our mission here is to unpack why AI and digital innovation are, frankly, becoming undeniable necessities in healthcare, not just nice to haves. And maybe even more importantly, what does this whole value added perspective really mean? Because it's not just about throwing tech at the problem, right? It's about impact,
Yep.
meaningful impact.
That's exactly right. And what's really interesting is how the source lays out the core drivers behind this shift. I mean, just think about the sheer amount of information. We're seeing this exponential growth in medical data, everything from genomics, imaging, even data from wearables people use every day. And on top of that, healthcare systems themselves are incredibly complex, often kind of fragmented, really. Plus, there's the rising demand from all of us, for better quality, more accessible healthcare. AI offers this pretty unique capability here. It can process these huge data sets, perform really accurate analysis, things humans or older systems just can't manage at that scale. And crucially, it enables much faster, more informed decision making. And that ability is key. It lets us shift from, say, a reactive model treating problems after they show up to something more predictive, more preventative.
So intervening before a crisis hits.
Exactly, which fundamentally improves both efficiency, how things run, and the actual quality of care patients receive.
That's a really compelling case for bringing AI into, well, the day-to-day running of hospitals. It sounds like a huge vision. But maybe we can zoom in a bit. What does this transformation actually look like, say, on the hospital floor? How does it really change things for patients, for the doctors and nurses? Because it does seem like smart hospitals are, well, the future, focusing on rapid diagnostics, better treatments, smoother delivery.
Oh, it's a fundamental shift in how things are done. Take rapid diagnostics. That's not just about getting lab results quicker, although that's part of it. Think about AI algorithms helping radiologists spot tiny anomalies on scans, things easily missed by the human eye,
Okay.
or assisting pathologists with really complex biopsies, giving them more accurate information.
Right. More precision.
Exactly. And for targeted treatment, imagine AI analyzing a patient's specific genetic makeup, their history, and then recommending the most effective therapy or drug regimen for them personally.
Cutting down on the trial and error.
Precisely. Minimizing that guesswork. And then there's optimized healthcare delivery. This could be anything from AI systems managing, say, bed availability or surgical schedules more efficiently, predicting patient flow to make sure resources are in the right place at the right time, reducing waits, freeing up staff.
Bring them up for actual patient care, not just logistics.
Exactly. So the benefits really hit on two fronts. You get genuinely enhanced quality of care and optimized performance. Good for patients, good for staff, good for the hospital administration too.
Wow, that level of integration, it really does change the game.
Yeah.
But does this vision mainly apply to big, well-funded hospitals in major cities? Or does the plan consider a wider impact? Because the source does seem to pull back the lens a bit, doesn't it? It suggests this goes beyond just individual patient outcomes.
It absolutely does, and that's a crucial part of the strategy outlined. If you connect the dots, the smart hospital model isn't just about what happens inside the building. The source specifically points to developing this kind of advanced healthcare in places like border provinces and free economic zones.
Interesting. Why there specifically?
Well, it seems strategic. It positions these smart hospitals as engines for regional economic development. Think about fostering international collaboration, sharing medical knowledge, joint research, and even attracting medical tourism.
Okay.
So it really highlights how this integrated model can support, sustainable development for the whole health industry in a region.
That wider picture, especially bringing in economic zones and medical tourism,
Yeah.
well, it's a fascinating angle. But it does make me wonder, how does the source balance those economic goals with the fundamental mission of providing fair, equitable access to top-notch healthcare for everyone, not just medical tourists or people in those specific zones? Is there a risk maybe of creating a kind of two-tiered system?
That's a really critical question. And while the source definitely emphasizes the economic upsides, the whole idea of a value-added approach sort of implies that true value comes from improving things across the board. You could argue the strategic placement in border areas is actually meant to lift up regions that might traditionally have less access to advanced care.
Okay, so bringing the tech to underserved areas potentially.
Potentially, yes. The ideal, as presented, seems to be that the efficiencies and the advancements benefit the whole population eventually, making healthcare stronger, more accessible, higher quality overall. The real challenge, of course, lies in the execution, making sure those benefits are actually spread equitably and don't just create pockets of excellence.
Right, the implementation is key. So, wrapping things up a bit, it seems clear these smart hospitals really do point toward the future of healthcare. We're talking rapid diagnostics, really targeted treatments, optimized delivery, all leading to better quality, better performance. And that touches everyone, patients, staff, administration, and even, as you said, regional economies.
Absolutely. And that's maybe the key takeaway. This isn't just about plugging in new technology. It's presented as a strategic move for public health and regional growth. By establishing this cutting edge healthcare in specific zones like border provinces or free economic zones, it sets a potential model for how health infrastructure can directly boost economic goals, encourage international cooperation, attract medical tourism, all supporting a more sustainable health industry overall. It's technology as a strategic pillar.
It really makes you think then. The source mentions that smart policy making by local authorities is vital to make this happen, to pave the way for the science and the international cooperation. So here's a thought to leave you with. If this kind of modern model for managing healthcare did become a global standard, what new opportunities, but also what new challenges might pop up? Imagine if every community, no matter its current resources, could realistically aim for this level of technologically advanced, strategically integrated healthcare. What would that truly mean for global health access?